Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. I am not here to disrespect. I am not here to hurt or harm anyone. Well, hold on. I forgot to turn my monetization on. I might not be able to turn the DVR on. I could turn my monetization on. Matter of fact, I did forget. Did I forget? Yes, I did. But let me tell you guys what I'm here for. The live already started, so it's not letting me do anything. But guys, we are here not to disrespect anybody, but we're here to illustrate that there's something going on that the mainstream media does not want to speak about. Now,
Argue.
here's another person that's saying LeBron James is on steroids. No alleged, no maybe, no I think, no nothing. Now, why haven't the king done any king shit? I just want to know. I want to play this and I want y'all to hear.
They're
Why
letting
not?
him get away with taking steroids.
Why wouldn't we?
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying.
Why wouldn't we?
Don't get mad at me for saying
all
that
the money he's brought in the league. Screw it. Let him do it.
Yeah, let him do it. I don't care. Creatine. Let him do it. I don't coffee. What? It could be creatine and coffee and peptides. LeBron on steroids. Can you at least like elaborate?
Yeah, give me some context.
Just how old is LeBron? What was just talking about? At 35, Jerry Rice did what? He tore his ACL, right? And still plays.
He plays.
LeBron,
football.
how old?
40. Playing basketball.
He don't even play all the games. Now, we didn't have some pickup games. I'm 37. We had some pickup games. After the pickup games, I'm hurting, bro. Like bad.
But just think though, bro.
He's on something.
But just think. Just think.
He do that every. He's on steroids. He's on them. Peptides.
I don't doubt it.
He's on them. They're letting him get away with it.
Why not?
Argue. They're letting him get away with taking steroids.
Why wouldn't we?
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying.
Why wouldn't we?
Don't get mad at me for saying
all the money he's brought in the league. Screw it. Let him do it.
Yeah, let him do it. I don't care. Let him do it. I don't coffee. What? We creatine and coffee and peptides.
So this young man says he said, and peptides. I don't know what peptides are, but they're like laughing at LeBron now, making a joke out of this dude. LeBron just said he's always going to be remembered. And I think he is. I just don't know what he's going to be remembered for, because they're laughing at this dude now. It's like a running joke. Like everybody knows that this is physically impossible. That's what they feel, even if they don't say it. Peptides are a short chain of amino acids that the building blocks of the protein that acts as vital messengers and signals muscular. But you know what? Didn't LeBron gain like 17 pounds during a game? And if it's saying it signals to the musculars in the body, the muscles in the body involved in the functions of muscle growth and hormone regulation and skin repair. Didn't LeBron gain weight during a game and nobody could understand how he gained weight during the game? I'm not saying that's the reason why. I'm saying this definition, this brother is saying that he's on peptides. Now, I didn't know what peptides were, but it's to enact like muscle growth. It signals to the muscles in the body that involved in the functions like muscle growth and hormone regulation. And that might explain the Diddy parties. No, let me stop. But that might explain why someone gained weight during a athletic competition where you're running so much and you're supposed to lose weight. And I remember no doctor could explain why LeBron James seemed to gain weight while he was playing a game. Yeah, it's still not proof, but this is just alarming that the guy would say something like peptides, and then that's would be one of the things that peptides do, enact muscle growth. So that's kind of weird. Now uh we move on to this situation. Still no mainstream media coverage, really.
Bronny can get a bucket on Bron.
I'm saying he can't. One rollout, get a bucket.
3 dribbles?
No way. I'm
Yeah,
talking
he
about.
can get a bucket on.
No.
Man, come on, that little dude explosive, bro.
He is, but you seen his dad? His dad on that balcony.
Yeah,
he on that new
he ain't
juice.
sliding like he used to.
That many people in the sports world have been speculating about privately for a long time. That LeBron James is no different from Lance Armstrong, no different from Barry Bonds, no different from Mark Aguirre, Sammy. So no different than any of the rest of these athletes that have been out chasing immortality, fame, and great wealth by any means necessary. The steroid card, the juice card, has been played on LeBron James. The media is trying to ignore it. We don't ignore anything over here at Fearless, so we're not.
I'm saying that Bronny can get a bucket on Bron.
I'm saying he can't. One rollout, get a bucket.
3 dribbles?
No way. I'm talking
he
about.
can get a bucket on.
No.
Man, come on, that little dude explosive, bro.
He is, but you seen his dad? His dad on that balcony. He on that new
he ain't
juice.
sliding like he used to.
That many people in the
Kevin Garnett said, "You seen his dad? His dad on that balcony. He on that new juice." That's what Kevin Garnett said. The 3 players who's talking about LeBron James were former football players. Kevin Garnett is a former basketball player. Jason Whitlock is a known podcaster and used to work for a lot of different networks. And then here we have the grand poobah of them all, who explained this on several podcasts, but I was unaware that he said it on his own podcast. And he followed up with this story, and he explains it that he was on different podcasts. Please understand my earlier comment was not about you. Oh, I didn't see your earlier comment. But let's look at what Chael Sonnen said. This is Chael Sonnen's original content. He said the title of this video is Dry Snitch. He wants to know, is he dry snitching? A dry snitch LeBron. He didn't say I lied. He's basically saying I told on him. So I want Chael Sonnen to get the heat like everybody else do, but I don't think they will because he's white.
I got to tell you, so a couple of months ago, I did Andrew Schultz's show, and the topic of LeBron James had come up. LeBron James and EPO. And there was a bit of a misconception there that I was giving LeBron a hard time. I was not. I had my days with LeBron. I feel as though I've told it to you, but he won me over. It was all cool in the game.
So he went on here and doubled down and cleared the air. Hey, whoa. I know y'all think that I said that about LeBron because it was beef. Me and LeBron was cool. We cleared the air. Basically, I was telling the truth. I wonder if that EPO works in the sheets. It might.
I shared a story with you guys when I was having my whatever that was. Whatever that was. He was coming to the event. Where did LeBron hurt my feelings somewhere along the way? He was coming to the events, and then he was sidling up with Anderson Silva. Like, it was something as simple as that to get into my crosshairs. Just to share with you, wasn't overly bad. And then I shared a story with you guys. I had a friend, a girl, her name is Paige, and she was locked out of her room.
A man that's honest enough to say, hey, my first initial beef with LeBron started over something petty. He was coming to the games and he was just cozying up with the guy I was fighting. He's honest about that. Interesting.
At the Mandalay Bay. It was a crazy time in the morning. It was 3 a.m. or something like this. And she's sitting on this, there's a bench down there. She's sitting, she doesn't have her ID. She's got a room upstairs, but she doesn't have her license to go to the desk and get the key. And she's sitting there completely dejected. I mean, this is where she's going to have to stay. And he sees her and he comes up. And he says, hey, is there something wrong? You can read it on her face. And she told him what happened. I can't get into my room. I don't have an ID. And he said, come on. And he took her up. And he said, I need to get this real key. Told her the room number. And they said, no, we don't have an ID. Threw down $500. He said, I need to get her a key. And they say, hey, that's not how it works. We can't do that. He threw down $500. Said, I need to get her a key. He kept playing this game until he was broke. She actually ends up not getting the key. By the way, that's how the story. But he emptied his pocket trying to get a total stranger who happened to be my friend a key. So we're cool, right? It's all whatever. He hugged Anderson. I got my little feelings or whatever. But we're all done. And years later, I'm at Andrew Schultz. And man, this guy, he's taking EPO. We got the same dealer. And I'm speaking to a positivity of medicines that are out there. It was a very different point. And I'm here in Oregon. They got a channel called 970. It's an AM channel. I want to say it's called The Fan. 970 The Fan. Rings a bell. But you got these two guys that come on there, and they're syndicated, and they do a very good job. And they were speaking about this. And they're saying, well, how could you trust that guy? And blah, blah, blah. You're going to have to deal with those things. But they were still missing the point. This wasn't to out somebody or act like his good deeds or his good career or his scores or his titles were somehow illegitimate. It wasn't like that. But you will have certain sports where it's a level playing field of cheating. It's a level playing field of cheating. And the expression everybody's doing it, that's not true, and that's a cop-out. But there are times on a broad stroke, it's more accurate than non-accurate of a statement. We have a lot of sports to this day who have never discovered, as an industry, chemical enhancement. And if I was to look at the guys in the NBA that are on the gear.
With this type of money floating around the NBA, if I had an opportunity to get on the gear and not get caught, would I get on the gear with this type of money? I don't know. It's hard to say, boy. There's a lot of money going around.
I'm not going to need all my fingers. In the entire league, I'm not going to need all of my fingers. And so when you have a guy that's on the cocktail, test, growth, EPO, ultimate cocktail, it's created, these three. When you have a guy that's on that, I am speaking to the power of the medicine. The Rock has always been very nice to me. I don't like to come out and disparage The Rock. He's always been a very sweet guy. It bothers me that he won't tell people what he's doing, right? If you're going to put your picture out, you're going to put your look, don't talk about it's because, I eat pancakes on Sundays only and I do these things because somebody's going to go and do that. I'm one of those guys. I grew up under Hulk Hogan. I'm also not mad at Hulk. He's also very sweet to me. But I did grow up under Hulk Hogan, and I did do all sorts of curls, and I did do all sorts of push-ups, and I did these all the time, trying to look like him. And before you know it, this all the time business I'm speaking of was 15 years. 15 years of gym memberships and in the weight room. But he hadn't told me the rest of it. And I only bring that to you because,
And there's people like that out there listening to everything you say, hanging on to every word, and they want to do what you're doing. And if you're saying all I'm doing is sleeping, all I'm doing is, paying $1 million for my body. Why are all these guys sleeping all day and paying $1 million for their body? They got the money. And it's a tax write-off. It's crazy.
Steroid is such a derogatory term, but anabolics are perfectly good medicine. You'll see this on TV all the time. Hey, man, if you're over 40, you call 1-800-testosterone. Like, it's one of these things. I'm not talking about doing something illegally. It just sounds that way, right? You have good medicines that athletes used to cheat and give it a very bad name. And I'm trying to go to the other side with it, the side that Schwarzenegger went to, the side that Sylvester Stallone went to, the side that Suzanne Summers went to, which is to go out, look great, feel great, and then tell people the truth about what you did. And there's a number of reasons. You're not going to come upset to keep you up, but I'm trying to speak to you about this. Is a fascinating medicine, right? I mean, this was my whole beef with Lance Armstrong. I'm the first one that said that Lance was cheating. Lance considered suing me. I went on the Jim Rome show. You guys know about this? I went on the Jim Rome show, and I told people, so you couldn't say Lance Armstrong at the Olympic Training Center. I'm walking all over town at the coffee shop, and I'm seeing these yellow bracelets that were these Lance Armstrong Live Strong, and it was all of these things. And people were so proud of it. I mean, it really was this thing. I'm looking around going, yeah, but athletes, you can't even say his name. Lance Armstrong was a 4-letter word at the Olympic Training Center in the 90s. That's how much athletes know. He didn't get cracked and go sit on Oprah's couch until, what was it, guy, 2011? In the 90s, athletes knew. You wouldn't see one of those at the Olympic Training Center. None. Because they knew that he was cheating. And the problem for me, I'm personalizing. It wasn't the use of the medicine. It was the fact that you would discover, somebody grabbed you. You're not a chemist. You're not a doctor. You didn't go into a lab. You didn't work on this. Somebody grabbed you. Somebody that had knowledge. Somebody who did do those things grabbed you. And they let you in on something fascinating. They let you in on something that was legal. That could make you better at your job. EPO, by the way, guys, is legal. No. Controlled substance, prescription to get a sport rule. I don't think you need to share these things with me. I'm just sharing for you. This is not like having a Class C substance. This is not like being in the possession of cocaine, by example. So that's always where my innovation comes, right? When you have somebody that discovers something, Sylvester Stallone goes on the Letterman show when I was a sophomore in high school, and Suzanne Summers wrote a book that was separated by like 3 minutes, and they both know the truth. Sylvester Stallone said, hey, there's something out there called human growth hormone. In other countries, it sits on the shelves. I several times have driven across the border into Mexico. I just walk into the pharmacy and grab it. Here in America, you can't get it come hook or crook. And that will be different in 30 years when people finally realize, do what I've already realized, you will be able to get, this was just a claim he made. I mean, I'm just going back all this time, and I remember him saying it. It was a very honorable thing that Stallone did, and he wants to go out and put out pictures and videos and show himself lifting weight. That's very honorable because he's telling us what he's doing. And if that inspires you or something you'd like to do, you can now follow his recipe and have a reasonable expectation that you get somewhere to the same game.
Now, how many of you think that he's telling the truth? How many of you agree that, hey, if you're doing this, just put it out so other people can follow it? It's not going to work like that in the sports world because there's a lot of money on the line. But I don't know. What's the side effects of this HGH? What's the side effects of EPOs? Should people take them in their regular everyday lives to be healthy? Should men over 40 be on testosterone and EPOs to feel like they're 25 again? Should we be taking things like that to be more healthier? But what are the side effects of it? Because there's side effects to Tylenol. There's side effects to alcohol. There's side effects to marijuana. What are the side effects for these things? And if it's going to make me live a more stronger, more vibrant life, and it's stretched out longer, maybe if you tell me all the information, I might make a decision as an adult to get on it. Salute to your new member, Mr. Money, the Banks. Mr. Money and the Banks. In the Banks. Kwame, you remember the Michael Secret stuff bottle from Space Jam? LeBron took that ish literally. Man, y'all crazy. The side effects are decreased sex drive and your Johnson shrinks. Well, the stuff that the EPOs is supposed to give you more energy and more blood flow. So if it's giving you more blood flow, how in the world is something shrinking and not wanting to work if you got more blood flow? More blood flow means better time. I think. I'm just saying. And I'm not saying get on testosterone because there's certain T levels that doctors can give you that are in your regular range or that'll get you in a range that is a good range. That's not bad.
I think there's an honor in that. Oh, I brought up to Andrew Schultz about the EPO and LeBron James. I just bring that to you. I'm not putting down LeBron. There's 10 guys that do it. Like, that has separated itself. I mean, I only know one golfer that's on the diet. I'm talking about the big three. I'm talking about booster test, IGF-1, which means growth hormone, EPO. I only know one golfer. All of golf. I only know ever in the history of golf. All the way back to, remember the Lee Trevino, the great? I only know one golfer that they call him Tiger because this stuff works. And it also is legal. The three that I just said are legal. It's the John Cena approach. Tell people I've never taken anything. Well, he says that because he's never taken anything illegal. He just happens to know a secret that so many others don't, which is you can get prescribed these medications. And I was just speaking to the power of the medication. I'll leave you with one final thought. My Uncle Mel, best athlete in our family. World champion, Olympic champion. And he might have another world championship, by the way. 64, Tokyo, United States Olympic gold medalist. 65, Boston Celtics, world champion. And he won another one. I know he won another one. I think he might even be a 3-time world champion and Olympic champion. And my Uncle Mel doesn't talk about his career a lot. It was a Christmas, many Christmases ago, that he was hosting his son. I said, man, can I see that gold medal? Never seen an Olympic gold medal in my life. And he said, yeah. And he went upstairs, and I mean, it was like 40 minutes until he came down. He couldn't find it. And when he did come down, it was in a box. And the box was like blue, and it was felt. You know those boxes that are felt, that you open it up, the beautiful metals there? It's just, it was covered in lint. It was filthy. It was in the back on the bottom in his closet. But a lot of greats are like, they don't even know the medal. I can't imagine that. My nephew would never have to ask me to see my gold medal. I'd find a way to, oh, hey, did I drop that? Oh, it's my Olympic gold medal. You know, I would find a way.
I ain't gonna lie, I had that bitch attached to my wallet. As I'm pulling out my wallet, oh shit, what's that, baby? Oh shit, baby, that's my Olympic gold medal. Can you hand me that, baby? Yeah, I'm gonna find a way. I'm proud of this shit. Not everybody got an Olympic gold medal.
My Uncle Mel's only told me one thing about his sport, and it was a regret. Sport of basketball, it was a regret. And he said if he could do it again, he would have lifted more weights. And I didn't understand that. And I bring it to you because I don't think that you guys would understand. Why would you need to lift weights? Why would you have to lift weights in basketball? Why? And I asked him that. What do you need weights for? Was the balls heavy? What are you talking about? Lift weights? And he said, no. He said, there's a confidence needed. And that confidence is directly tied to your physicality and your physical abilities for rebounding. He said, you will not get in there. You will not go up and you will not exchange elbows and bumps. You will not do the same thing that you would do if you're. I just thought it was interesting. I just bring it to you because there was no dry snitch. There was a very open conversation. The one Lance Armstrong should have had. The one Sylvester Stallone and Schwarzenegger and Suzanne Summers did have the courage to have. The one that Rock and John Cena and Hulk Hogan should all have. Which is the truth and the benefits they discovered to a legal substance. That's my opinion. But I think that you guys will side with me.
And if y'all didn't notice, he talked about more white men than black men in there. So those of you that's going to come with the race card that he tearing down a black man, he talked about Sylvester Stallone. He talked about Suzanne Summers. He talked about more white people than he did black people. So just let that sink in. But that's my time. I'm up out of this thing. I got to get up out of here. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm gone.